Okay, so welcome. This is my back to school or not surviving fall 2020 class. So this has actually been a very popular class to attend because we are all walking into the unknown. We are all in this together and none of us know exactly what to expect. Some of us are going back to school while others are attending school online. We can't control what's going on out in the world, but we can control, and I encourage you to make your home a healthier place, to help our bodies stay strong and to help you mentally and physically stay well. So this pandemic has caused so much anxiety and depression. So if this is happening to you, you are definitely not alone. So my goal is to help empower you so that you can take control of the things that are happening in your home. So you get, if you can, get a pen and paper so you can write down any oils I mentioned this evening or this afternoon, because I do go over a few and you may want to add them to your wish list. So I, or the person who invited you to will go over that with you after this class. So this is actually Kayla's. We do have a couple other people on here as well. And so if you have any questions, just let me know. So my name is Melissa Byrne, and I'm married and a mother to 3 awesome men, ages 17, 19, and 21. This photo was taken when my oldest was a senior in high school. Since then, my middle has graduated, and my youngest is a senior this year. It's amazing how just what a couple years can do. All 3 of them are much taller than me now, and I actually believe my youngest is the tallest of them 3. So we do need a new photo, but it's hard to get them these days, get everybody together, and especially with COVID, it doesn't make it any easier. But I was introduced to doTERRA in 2012 while I was looking for an alternate sleeping medication for my oldest, who was actually put on a blood pressure medication when he was 3. The medication just had a side effect of falling asleep, and one day he just stopped sleeping. So I've been looking for several years and wasn't having any luck until I was given a diffuser and a bottle of Serenity. And that night was the first night that he actually slept on his own. And since then, he's never taken that prescription again. So I am not a doctor, but I am a dedicated, well-educated mom, and you do what you feel is best for your children. I'm not trying to diagnose, treat, or cure any ailments, and the information provided is based on my experiences and countless amounts of research that I have done. I also encourage you to do some of your own research. And I'm not trying to discount medical professionals by any means. I value their services when needed. And in fact, my middle child would actually not even be here today without emergency services as well as knowledgeable doctors. So they are amazing when the time is needed. And we actually have a lot of doctors and nurses in the doTERRA field team that use both Eastern and Western medicines. So the goal of this class is to empower you. I will explain to you the 3 cool things about essential oils and the 3 ways to use them. This way our bases are covered. So I also want to teach you how to de-stress and how to stay healthy for back to school. And finally, how to get these amazing gifts of earth in your home if you do not have them in there already. So what are your top concerns about going back to school? Whether it's your kids, your grandkids, or maybe you're a teacher or someone that works in a school. I asked this question on all of my Facebook groups and I received many different answers. So some were like falling behind because they're not actually there in front of their teacher, or feeling overstressed, over anxious, getting sick, too many chemicals, and mental health was one that was given by a teacher, and just overall health. So if these are some of your concerns, again, you're not alone. So this is where I teach you about 3 cool things about essential oils. Many of you have maybe already be familiar with these, but in case some of you are new to essential oils, I want to make sure you know and understand. So number 1 is they are safe. They are completely 100% natural and safe. No side effects, no addictions. Your body doesn't get used to them, and they don't stop working for you. So this photo is of a peppermint leaf. If you have ever rubbed a peppermint, in between your fingers, you can smell the smell of peppermint. And that's because the oils are actually found in the leaf. They are there to protect the plant and the bugs from bugs and keep it healthy and strong. So we distill peppermint, and the steam, when it heats up, is what actually produces the oil. The heat from the steam releases it. Did you know that essential oils are actually 50 to 70 times more potent than herbs? especially doTERRA's essential oils, because they are thoroughly sourced and tested to guarantee potency and purity. They are not your grocery store oils. Those are fake, and most of those on Amazon are fake. It has actually been proven over and over again by independent chemists and consumer advocates groups, et cetera, et cetera. So the peppermint helps us with so many things. It's very energizing. It's in our respiratory blend that helps clear your airways, and it helps cool the body, including reducing fevers and relieves head tension. So I love to do this with peppermint every morning. And if you have doTERRA's peppermint, or if you received a sample, you can try this with me. So I always like to just add a drop of peppermint to my hand, and then I stick my thumb into it and put it to the roof of my mouth, and I kind of hold it there for a few seconds. Then I'll put them together. I'll inhale it through my nose, and then I'll just kind of apply it to the back of my neck. So this just cleared up my sinuses, it woke my brain up, and I'm ready for the day. And it's also very, very cooling. So the second thing we're going to talk about is that they are effective, often more effective than modern approaches. Because whenever we are using a more natural approach, and we will discuss several of these today, when we are using essential oils, our goal is to work on getting to the root of the problem and not to stop the symptoms or mask the problem. So for example, if you were going to come to tell me that you've got high blood pressure, I would then ask you to tell me about your lifestyle. Are you stressed? What are you eating? What is your diet? Because we want to get to the root of the symptoms and not just cover the symptoms. Oftentimes when we do that, we are covering up things that then can cause other symptoms or problems. So if you look at this picture right here, the dark blue is the cell and the light blue is the cell membrane. So essential oils can cross through the oily membrane, while most modern day medications are water-based and cannot. This has been so powerful with keeping up with our immune support. So we have been teaching this actually in doTERRA since the very beginning, and this just happens to be extremely applicable to the current situation. So that orange looking circle is a virus, and viruses are found inside the cell. And that purple shaped kidney bean is bacteria, which is actually found outside of the cell. So bacteria doesn't cross over the cell membrane, while viruses do. So which is why when you go to the doctor and you have a bacteria, they usually give you something for it, like antibiotics. But when you have a virus, they just send you home and say, just take some rest, drink lots of water, and you just have to let it run its course. When you have a virus, the virus duplicates itself in your cell. But essential oils can just head on in there and they can have a little conversation with them. So On Guard, which is pictured here, is our #1 oil for immune support. It's a blend of several different oils and smells spicy with cinnamon and clove. While wild orange, rosemary, and eucalyptus are other oils that are included in this blend. It actually almost smells like Thanksgiving or Christmas. So you can gargle it to help with a sore throat, or you can create your own hand sanitizer with it. You can actually clean with it, and we diffuse it to help clean our air. So the third cool thing about essential oils is they are affordable. Essential oils have saved us hundreds of dollars every year by using these from our home. Not because I'm being reckless, but because many of the simple symptoms that we often see at home, essential oils can help with. So for instance, one of the things I first used oils for was ear infections. How many times has your child woken up in the middle of the night screaming of ear pain? So I used to actually suffer from ear infections all the time. And I was constantly on antibiotics, which then wreaked havoc on my gut. So now I just add a drop of tea tree and a drop of lavender to a cotton ball, and I stick it in my ear. You can also put it like directly right behind the ear. I wake up refreshed, no ear pain, and I'm ready for the day. So lavender is about 9 cents per drop, and tea tree is about 8 cents per drop. So that ear infection cost me between 17 cents and 34 cents, depending on if I use 1 or 2 drops. And instead of taking my child to the doctor, having them put them on antibiotics, having to take time off work, and my child having to take time away from school, we passed all of that up by using essential oils. So lavender, shown here, is amazing at calming the mind, and skin like burns. And it also helps with sleep, especially when you like diffuse it at night or put it on the bottoms of your feet. It's also part of our allergy blend because it's a natural antihistamine. So it is very calming and just a very relaxing oil. So there you have it. Those are the 3 cool things about essential oils. They are safe, effective, and affordable. So when I showed you the peppermint experience I just did, I used all 3 ways of using essential oils. When we use them aromatically, which is when I put it to my hands and I breathe it in deeply, this helps us get the oils into our brains the quickest. So this helps when you need a mood booster or respiratory help because you're breathing into your lungs. This can also add to a diffuser to help cleanse the air. So when I applied the oils to the back of my neck, this was using it topically. So this is great when the area is localized, like sore muscles or headache or stomach aches. Dilute that with fractionated coconut oil for best results or for sensitive skin. So internally can be done a few different ways. I applied the peppermint to the roof of my mouth with my thumb. This is one way of using it internally. You can also add a drop to your water or to a veggie cap to add, or adding a drop under your tongue. This is a great option when you need to detox for like weight loss or muscular, endocrine, or whole body issues. So not all oils can be taken internally. You do have to make sure that you can see essential oil supplement, and then it has the supplemental facts below. So if they don't have that on there, then they are not meant for topical or aromatic use. And I also only recommend doTERRA oils for internal use. So oils do not prevent, treat, or cure disease. So what does prevent disease? What does or who does treat a disease? And what cures disease? Well, a strong immune system is actually our best weapon against being sick. The immune system also intimately is related to mental health and getting better night's sleep. So all of these things listed here play a huge part, and I'll go into each one of these throughout this class. So here are my top oils for immune support. Everything we talked about today is about immune support and overall health because everything is all related and everything is all connected. So On Guard, I mentioned earlier, this is our protective blend and a big, strong blend for your immune system. Every day before my kids would go to school, we would put On Guard on the bottoms of their feet. The easiest way is to either purchase a pre-made On Guard roller, or the doTERRA makes, actually does make, or you can make and create your own using 20 drops in a 10 milliliter bottle filled with fractionated coconut oil. So why do we put them on the bottoms of our feet? Because some of the largest pores are on the bottoms of our feet. And when we apply the oils there, it is one of the fastest ways to get into the bloodstream. This is the perfect boost they needed before heading off to school, playing with friends, where germs are just flying everywhere. So remember how I mentioned oils that can cross the cell membrane. So Stronger is part of our kids collection and is the kids version of On Guard. They didn't have this when my boys were younger, so I just created them using the On Guard itself. It is created to also guard their immune system, but this blend has some more gentle powerhouse oils like frankincense, rose, and litsea, which are gentler than cinnamon and clove. Those are actually more of a hot oil. So On Guard is completely safe to use on your kids. Just dilute it when applying it to their feet. Stronger is a roller bottle and completely ready to go. So you just roll this up and down their spine, and even bigger kids and teens can benefit from applying Stronger up and down their spines. So Breathe is our respiratory blend and includes some great oils to help with the respiratory system, which is very important right now, especially now that we're going into the fall and winter months when we start getting coughs and sniffles. So Breathe is amazing to diffuse. I diffuse it nightly with lavender. This helps me fall asleep, and then Breathe opens up my airways and helps my husband not snore, because he does snore. So you can also rub it on your chest with coconut oil. So Lemon is a natural detox, which is great for adding to your water first thing in the morning. It helps your body rid of bad stuff floating around. It's also a great pick-me-up first thing in the morning to get you going. I love, especially during the colder months, I actually add it to warm water and some honey, and it just makes a very soothing a tea, and it also detoxes at the same time. So DDR Prime is our less known oil in doTERRA, but it is a rockstar oil and full of antioxidant essential oils, which then help with our immune system as well. So frankincense is the first oil, and it's a great foundational oil. This is actually our cellular complex blend. This isn't normally in my back to school webinars, but for the time being, this is a must in my family, and I diffuse it right along with the On Guard. It's also great to add to the bottoms of your feet. And interestingly enough, this oil was meant for children for neurological support. So dilute this quite a bit, 10 drops to a 10 milliliter bottle, roll it up and down their spine or on the base of their skull. This has helped kids who struggle with speech and who struggle with actually doing their work. So it is a plus right now, and you get immune boost and great neurological support from the frankincense. So a great oil to diffuse with DDR Prime as well as orange. DDR Prime does come in soft gels for the older people. So nutrition, if we are eating a lot of really bad foods, not only does it directly inhibit your immune response, it also causes gut health issues, which then can lead to depression. So most kids and most adults don't get the fruits and veggies in every day that we need. So even people that are super health conscious and purchase organic still don't get all the vitamins and nutrients in their bodies. And that is actually the foundation to our house and our hut. So now kids don't always eat great. We all know that. And so here are some great additions to help them get the nutrients they need. So the first bottle is our A to Z chewable vitamins. This is not a gummy, but it's also not full of sugars. So they don't taste as good as gummies, but this is where we need to make the decision as parents to purchase what our children's actually need and not what they necessarily want. So this option is so much better. It's created using whole foods and includes no synthetic made vitamins at all. And our bodies are actually going to absorb the nutrients, which is partially what, you know, the synthetic vitamins, they just don't absorb into our system. So now the teal colored box is our kids probiotics, and these are similar to like Pixie Sticks. They are really, really good, and an option would be to give them a vitamin and then a probiotic afterwards. So these truly are so delicious. I actually really do love them. So if you're purchasing the gummy that are full of artificial dyes and sugars, look at the nutrients. If it's more than 5 or so grams of sugar, then you are literally hurting their immune system, giving them a vitamin. So the yellow bottle in there is our omegas. The orange flavored and not too bad. My kids are older, and so they actually swallow the XC omegas, which are on the bottom. And these are your fish oils and your omegas and added extra essential oils in there. So if you would like to sneak some fruits and veggies into their diet, you can give them smoothies with a scoop of Terra Greens, which is packed with fruits and vegetables. A tip on that is to add a couple drops of wild orange in there as well, because then that just kind of covers up the bitter taste from the greens that you get from like kale and spinach. So sometimes you just have those nights where you just have not so nutritional dinner. So feed them a smoothie along with it, and it just definitely helps you feel better. So good sleep. Good sleep is very similar to nutrition in the sense that if you don't get it, it affects other parts of your body and your mood. This is good for everyone, especially us mamas too, because we deal with chaos and clutter so much better when we have had a good night's sleep. Whether you're getting your kids ready for school or helping them with online school, our stress levels are all a lot higher right now. So my boys all have diffusers in the room, and I would let them actually help me put the water in, and then I let them pick the oils that they wanted to diffuse. When you have your kids choose which oils they like and want, it helps them feel more in charge and in control. A nightly routine is also very important. It helps the body to know that it's time to shut off the brain, and then it helps them fall asleep quicker. So these are some of my favorites. The first one is Calmer. It's part of our children's blend of Serenity. Rub Calmer on their wrists and then the bottoms of their feet. This again wasn't around when my kids were young, so we would put 10 to 20 drops of Serenity, depending on their age, into a roller, which then helped them amazingly. And like I said, Serenity is the one that got me here in the first place. I love that they now have a children's blend that are ready to apply as is. So Balance has to be on this list because it is called our Temper Tantrum Blend. So apply this to the bottoms of their feet and on the back of their neck. And with my son, the tantrums would just stop. A sense of calm just completely fell over him. This is our grounding blend, and I myself do apply this to my big toe every morning. It just starts my morning off at a balanced level. So Balance is also more of a woodsy smell. So if it's, especially with boys, if they're not big into the florally smells, Balance is often a better choice for that. So cobaiba works in our body the same as CBD oil and affects the same receptors as CBD. It's very calming. It helps with stress and anxious feelings. Cobaiba is also called an amplifier oil, which just means that it strengthens the effects of the oil that you're adding it to. So apply the balance, then apply cobaiba. Apply the calmer, then apply the cobaiba. Same as pain oil or the digestive oil. Add your Deep Blue and then the cobaiba. It just makes everything so much better. So Serenity, like I said, is our restful blend. It's very calming and relaxing, and all three of these oils are a great stress reliever and for calming anxious feelings. So juniper berry is not on most minds, again, with helping with sleep, but if you have, when you combine it with Serenity, it is amazing for those kids that have night terrors or nightmares. So if your child suffers from either of these, this is the perfect blend. I've actually seen the benefits with a couple different people in my family using this combination. So exercise and sunshine are amazing for your immune system. My favorite thing to do in the afternoon is go sit in my backyard. I love just to sit there and take in the sunshine. It helps me just feel more relaxed. It helps me think. I just absolutely love it out there. So this is so important, and I am such a believer in this, especially if your kids are attending school online. Give your kids breaks. Have them go outside with their shoes off and just run through the grass. This is so grounding, especially when the sun is out. Go outside with them, sit with them, embrace the sunshine, take in some deep breaths. And when you exercise and they play, that's even better. So just running through the yard gives them exercise. So these are my favorite essential oils for when they are sore, achy, or tired from exercising or playing sports. Deep Blue is our favorite of doTERRA's, and it's one of our most sold products. It's definitely a favorite for many people. So Deep Blue comes both as an oil or a rub, as what is shown, and you can apply it to your arms, hands, legs, feet, back, neck. You can actually apply it almost everywhere. So we have lots of back issues from sports with my boys, and it's a definite must in our house. So Rescuer is the kids' version of Deep Blue, just a more gentler blend. And do you see the little figure above the name? It looks like it's a little body. So the children's blends are actually based on the mind, the body, and the heart. So as you can see, these oils are for the body. So Rescuer is great for growing pains. I could always tell when my boys were going through growing pains, their legs would just ache. So I put Tamer on here as well. It's actually our Tamer blend, but it does have spearmint and peppermint in it. So it is also great for growing pains as well as achy bodies from exercising. So mental health is a huge issue. The more stressed or anxious you are, the weaker our immune system will be. So we are starting this one off with our 2 heart blends. The heart blends from the kids collection, which is Steady and Brave. So Steady is the kids version of Balance. Again, Balance is very safe and gentler for kids, but this is pre-made, ready to apply, that has a few different oils included that are, again, a little more gentle for the kiddos. It does smell amazing, and I love that you can just apply these themselves. You'd be surprised actually at how your children can feel when they can start feeling their emotions start to run away, especially if they can feel the difference once they apply the oils on themselves. So Brave doesn't actually have a comparison to the adult blend, but it is amazing. So it's perfect for those kids that worry a lot. They have a lot of anxious feelings, worried about monsters under the bed. This oil is created with oils to help them feel more brave. So with our Courage, which is called our Courage blend. If your kids are going back to school, it's going to be a completely different situation. They have to wear masks. They can only play on certain playgrounds. They can't hang out with their friends. So many anxious feelings when heading back to school. Share with them this oil and show them that how it can help them feel brave. So Adaptive is our newer blend to doTERRA, but is absolutely amazing and one of my favorites. So I love diffusing it with wild orange. It does have wild orange already in it, but I love adding the extra citrus scent and uplifting oil when I diffuse it. So Adaptive has some great oils in the mix. It does also include cobaiba as well as peppermint and magnolia flower. So this was designed for mental health support and is called our Calming Blend. It is designed for those when the stress is just way, way too much. It's very overpowering. And there will be times when your kids get way overwhelmed, and there are times when you will be way overwhelmed. So positive thoughts and positive attitudes when using these oils can help the mind associate the oils with calming down. So changing your mood with oils is amazing when you diffuse the oils. So when the surgeon is putting you out for surgery, he puts a mask kind of over your face and has you count down. And so you often don't even get down to 1 before passing out. This is because the medication that they are putting through the mask enters your olfactory nerve, which then goes through the brain, and that's where you actually house your emotions and your memories. So you smelling something good can literally change the chemistry in your brain to change your mood like that. All right, so focus. So focus is so important for study. This might be harder for some more than others just because of how different things are going to be for them right now. So these are some of my favorites for focus. So Intune is actually our focus blend and has a heavy patchouli smell. So some kids love it, some kids it's too strong for. One way to not get the smell is to rub it on the bottoms of their feet and then put socks on afterwards. So doTERRA did make a kid version that is not as strong smelling, and this is called Thinker. So as you can see, this one has a brain on it, so it's calming down the brain, helping you focus more on your homework. So we have a mint and citrus smells in Thinker, and it smells actually really pretty good. So super safe for kids and designed to calm and focus you. So when I first started using doTERRA, I searched for recipes for my oldest son because he actually has Asperger's and ADHD. So we had trouble calming down and focusing on work during school. This was a very popular blend at the time, but was actually very expensive to make. It uses a great powerhouse oil for the brain, frankincense. It also includes vetiver, lavender, ylang ylang, clary sage, and marjoram. So many of these oils are more expensive oils, and in the recipe, it actually used quite a few drops. So I remembered that I struggled at first, but I did all that I could to purchase these oils to make this blend. So we would do anything to help our children, right? So, well, a few years later, doTERRA created our emotional aromatherapy blends. So one of these blends was called Peace. It is actually our reassuring blend, but this helps you bring the sense of peace and calm, especially when anxious feelings are high. So the only thing that was different in this blend is that they actually also added spearmint. And spearmint is amazing for focus. It also gives a boost of confidence when you're speaking in front of crowds or speaking in front of people. So this amazing blend is one that was used frequently in my home, and now that they created it where I didn't have to create it myself and a much cheaper option, it is definitely a must over here. So, and then there is peppermint and orange. So if you see there's a heart around it, it's because they absolutely love each other. I actually have peppermint and orange diffusing in my house right now. So they do very well paired together. In fact, when we teach classes in person, we give samples of both peppermint and orange in a combination because the effects is so amazing and it's very quickly felt. So the combination helps you feel happy. It helps you feel focused, alert, and ready. So if you run peppermint and orange in your diffuser, when your kids are doing homework next time, it'll help them focus a little bit more. So your kids will be more drawn to certain oils over others, and you'll get used to which ones they prefer. And each child will like different sets of oils. My kids have their own and their favorites and go to oils for everything. So another big component to staying healthy is reducing toxic load. Everyone is using more chemicals to sanitize every object, desk, room, air, you name it. They are overly cleaning everything right now. Everywhere you go now, all you can smell is bleach and chemicals. And unfortunately, we can't control that because all the stores are cleaning, all the restaurants are cleaning. Everyone is just cleaning more than they usually do. But we can control ourselves and how we clean our house, and we can reduce the toxic load in our homes so that our kids aren't getting the toxic loaded all day long. So think about hanging weights on your shoulders of your kids and yourself when you are using chemicals in your home. You are literally weighing down your body, and your body has less energy to focus, to be healthy, and to digest your foods even. So some of you already know this, and some have wondered, and some may be thinking, I'm a crazy person, but I want you to Google the word fragrance. So there is actually a Netflix documentary called Stink. It's all about the word fragrance, and in the US, there are actually over 3,000 chemicals that our government allows consumers to market their ingredients as fragrance. So they are actually hormone disruptors. They cause ADD symptoms and they cause allergy symptoms, headaches, migraines, runny noses, all the things that we go to and take allergy medications for, and asthma medications, migraine medications, because we are literally poisoning ourselves in our own homes. So our number one recommendation is ditch fragrances and perfumes. You will find them in your detergents, in your shampoos, conditioners, soaps, household cleaners. Once you start fully using non-fragrant items, you will notice that when you walk by people and you can smell the chemical fragrances, that you will start to get headaches or feel nauseous. So same with candles. This is the one that I actually notice all the time now. I used to burn candles all the time and candle melt and melt warmers in the candle melt warmer, whatever. Since diffusing oils and throwing out my candles, I actually notice immediately when I walk into a home if they're burning a candle. And it's not because it smells wonderful, it's because I immediately get a headache. Same goes for household cleaners. Vinegars and baking soda can do amazing things. doTERRA has a cleaner concentrate that I use for almost all my everyday cleaning. My kitchen counters, my bathroom counters, my floors, my walls, my sinks, my windows. The only thing I make different is if I need a more abrasive cleaner, and that is when I use baking soda and vinegar. So this is a concentrate that costs $14.50 and you get 16 spray bottles created from it. So it is literally less than $1 per bottle. Lemon is amazing. It's a natural degreaser. You can make furniture polish with it. It also removes sticky residue and gummy stuff. You can even remove grease off your hands with it. We also have our detergent that is safe and natural. A little definitely goes a long way with this. And I've also actually noticed I have a front loader, and the sticky, if you notice, if you have one, you get like a stinky smell sometimes when you run it. And I don't smell that at all anymore. So once you start looking for the word fragrance on the products that you use, you will notice that they are in everything. So your kids are exposed to this already everywhere else they go. So all we can do is really just change the products that are in our own home. So masks are part of our reality right now. And no matter how you feel about wearing them, we are required to wear them sometimes. So recommendations on these are wash your masks daily. Everyone, because especially children like to touch them, lick them, do whatever else they want to do with them every day. I love making mask sprays. And see, I actually have one right here. This is my little mask spray. And I spray the oils directly in the masks. I do use more gentler oils, and then I do mix them with water, so they are heavily diluted. But this makes such a huge difference when I'm wearing them all the time. And kids in school may be required to wear them all day. I love Wild Orange and Adaptive in it. It just helps me concentrate more. It helps wakes me up. And I have also used Breathe in it before as well if I need, if I have issues, you know, breathing, because just breathing in that same air all the time, it just definitely does help open up your lungs a little bit more. And if I just need to be uplifted, then I'll just add some citrus oils. So make it happy, more fun experience. Let them pick out their own masks, like character ones or sports teams, ones that they would enjoy wearing, since most of them will have to be wearing them all the time. So this is a cute photo I found about our kids blends. Steady for too many zooms. I mean, literally, are we all tired of zooms yet? Stronger for too many germs, tamer for too much junk food, brave for feeling too overwhelmed, thinker for too many distractions, and calmer for too many emotions. So, okay, so this is where the fun part. You guys have been amazing so far. And with doTERRA, there are 3 ways to purchase. So the number one is our regular or retail price. It is our most expensive way, but it's always an option. Number 2 is wholesale. It's like getting a Costco card for oils. You do pay $35 to get wholesale prices. There's no obligation with this. You order when you want and when you want, and then you get 25% discount off the retail prices for everything that we carry. And fun fact, we are about to hit our 1,000,000th customer. That's kind of crazy, I think, but this is just in the US. We are in countries everywhere, but in the US, 1 billion customers. And that's because once you start using our oils, you can tell the difference in the quality in them. You feel better and you love them, and so you continue to use them. And number 3 is when you purchase wholesale, and you get free product points for purchasing a monthly loyalty rewards order. So you start out receiving 10% back in product credit, and the percentage goes up every 3 months until you hit 30%. So literally, whenever I buy $100 worth of oils, I get $30 back in product credit to use on my next order. So I am like getting 50% off my purchases. So this is our kids collection again. It includes the 6 oils, the cute tops, the case, the oil cards, 7 oils. Sorry, I thought it said, I don't know why I said 6. The oil cards and a wholesale membership for $140. You only get the tops, the case, and the flashcards when you purchase these as a set. And this one is a way to get started with doTERRA, and getting these is a great collection for your kids. So this is another popular way to get started with doTERRA. This is called our Healthy Start Kit. And when you purchase some of our kits, the $35 enrollment is actually waived. So you usually get the diffuser, but right now you are getting back to this regular diffuser. So this is correct. They did run out of it for a little while. They've had some issues because of COVID running in and out of things. So this is the diffuser that you will receive. And this also includes our top 10 oils, all the basic foundational oils that we've talked about today. On Guard, lemon, lavender, peppermint, digescent, breathe, deep blue, tea tree, oregano, and you even get frankincense for $160. So the next kit is even better deal. The last kit you actually save $35 on, and this kit you save $85 on, and there's also a difference in size. So you get triple the size bottles. So this is in this kit. This is our 15 milliliter, and this is our 5 milliliter. So you can see there is a difference, and it's triple the size. So look at what is all included in this kit. You get Adaptive, lavender, lemon, Balance we talked a lot about, peppermint, breathe, digestin, On Guard, deep blue, and Cobaiba, which we also talked a lot about. And then you get this big petal diffuser for $249. Keep in mind, these are also include your free membership. You can order this and now have a wholesale membership to purchase your oils at 25% off whenever you want, no strings attached. So this last option is meant to be customized. It includes the deep blue rub for aches and pains, and then lemon, On Guard, and Serenity that we talked about, and we talked about all of these. So then you also can add on some stress oils, some kids oils, digestive oils. This is kind of just a, make whatever you want kind of a kit. So what you can expect from me or any one of my other beautiful leaders that invited you to this is you will receive a welcome packet just like this. You can see it. This is my little welcome packet. So this includes a few samples of our products, a couple roller bottles to create your own concoctions with, some sample vials so that you can take, for instance, lemon with you in your purse. It's actually one of my favorites to have on hand because I like to add it to my water. So if you've ever gone to a restaurant and the water just tastes off, it just has kind of a funny taste to it. So I add lemon oil to that, and it cleanses the water and actually makes it really, really yummy. So you also receive a few empty capsules for taking some of the oils internally, just a fun little gift from myself. So today though, I'm also throwing in a secret oil. So I have lots of extra oils that I have on hand. So I've added them to several of these bags, and these are all ready to ship out. So there's an extra oil in here. It's a surprise, and then you get this cute little welcome packet. And so everyone that spends $100 or more will receive a secret bottle from me. You will also receive a personal consultation to go over the oils that you've purchased, a drip text helping you learn all about the diffusers, cleaning them and using them, and how to make your own rollers, and other also helpful information. You will be invited to our Facebook groups and have access to our continuing education program, which is completely free and so informative. We have an awesome community and do monthly giveaways, and you will get ongoing support. So if I invited you today to this, text me at this number with any questions that you may have, or to say I'm ready to order this. So if someone else invited you, text them. So you can say, just text Melissa or Desiree or Kayla. Get your phone and say, hey, I want to order the kids kit, and I'm so excited. Then Kayla or Desiree will then send you a link for you to directly purchase. It's quick and easy. So there are 3 types of people that purchase doTERRA. You have those that want to change their life or continue living a healthier lifestyle and want to purchase them when they want. The second is on here is wanting to live a healthier lifestyle, but then also thinks my mother could really use Deep Blue, Or my sister Sally could use some of that Adaptive. Those are the ones that want to purchase a wholesale, but also want to share the experience with their family and friends. And we can help you do that. So we have several options for hosting oil classes for you, and you will get free products. The third is someone that may want to build this as a business. Reach out to the person who invited you or myself. It was not my intention to build this as a business when I first started, and I started using them more and more and sharing with friends and family. I loved the way that it made me feel, watching them change their lives. It's been such a blessing sharing what you believe with all your heart with people that you love. It provides a full-time income for my husband and my 3 boys. And if not, we love our customers. In fact, 85% of doTERRA product users are customers and 15% are advocates earning an income. So thank you for joining me. I hope that you felt inspired. I hope that you came away with some ideas of how to use your oils and supplements. I hope you learned some new things to help stay healthy during this crazy time that we're having. So I'm going to stop sharing right now. And if you have any questions, please let me know.